Welcome to Super Stogie Brothers. It's episode number 3. I'm Christian.
And I am Nick.
Thanks for everybody coming back and checking us out. We got a good show for you today. We've got a super special guest that we've been trying to get on a live video for a long time. Cigar Nut 2019. He's going to do a live ash today for us. So I hope everybody's super excited about that. We're also going to be smoking a very cool cigar that we'll talk about in a little bit. But so what's been going on, Nick, with you for the last couple of weeks?
So last weekend we took off and went on a road trip to South Georgia for Clutch of Smoke's birthday party. Surprised the crap out of him. It was really cool. So some of our cigar friends all got together. Me, my lovely wife, Clutch of Smoke, his wife, she is smoking. And then Ice and Sticks came up from Florida with his wife and his brother, Southern Outlaw Clint, all came up. So
very cool.
Yeah, surprise Clutch. Hung out all day Saturday, smoking cigars. Ice and Sticks got on the grill, cooked some steak and some shrimp. It was amazing. Had a good time. Did a huge herf for his birthday. That was really cool. So that was a good time. What about you? Anything interesting happened in your life this past week?
Not really. I got to do the Zoom with y'all for that Clutch of Smoke Herf Day birthday. It was my birthday a couple days later. So I got to do another herf with some great people, the Smoke and Dram Society and some of my Ashholes, Texas chapter. I appreciate all of them coming out and, doing a herf, video herf with me. And, basically just some, news for the El Leon side. We moving forward with our cigar lounge and things like that. Just some news that's coming out, and, our cigars are about to go live on the website pretty soon. So hopefully by the next episode, we'll have some more news for that. But, let's, without further ado, you want to bring in our guest?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go ahead and bring him in. Hey, Chris, Cigar Nut 2019 is on with us.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Chris?
Live. How's everything going?
Tired.
So give us a little background on, people don't know, this is your first real live video, but like what made you start your Instagram page and kind of do what you're doing right now?
I just started an Instagram page really for my future cigar shop that'll be opening up, a cigar lounge. That was the whole thing for it. You know what I'm saying? So to gain some followers in San Antonio. Didn't think it would go beyond that, but it did.
Yeah.
No. But other than that, that's how I started. And then plus I love cigars. Love to smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Never thought when you start you'd be the world famous ash master.
I don't know about real famous, but
Yeah.
The Wizard of the Ash.
The wizard.
So there's a lot of haters out there that say you're photoshopping and using some tricks of the trade. Do you want to debunk some of that today by doing a live video?
Sure, why not?
So Nick, you want to tell what we're smoking today, or
You can go ahead and tell it.
you can go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna smoke the Naka Tamale by Steve Saka. The Muestra de Saka Naka Tamale. For those that don't know, Steve Saka used to be the master blender over at Drew Estates and helped produce some of the top-notch blends over in their brand. Today, he blends with Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. And since the company's induction into the industry in 2015, they've already put out some highly rated blends that are grabbing enthusiasts' attention all over. The Muestra de Saka line of cigars is an interesting one. Muestra de Saka translates into Saka's sample. This is a line of cigars that is limited release blends that are all different and meant to reflect the blending mechanisms of Saka himself. The Nakatamale is the second release in the line, and it was produced in the Joya de Nicaragua factory in Nicaragua. When Saka started working on this blend, he challenged himself to use the old style farm blending, where all the filler tobacco comes from the same farm. Today, most cigar blends are comprised of tobaccos from many different countries and farms to create a complex and satisfying taste. All the filler in Nakatamale comes from the farm in Jalapa, Nicaragua, with a Nicaraguan binder and an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper on the top. The result should be a complex, medium to full-bodied cigar with a note of deep earthiness, pepper, caramel, and a rich tobacco sweetness. They come packaged elegantly in an individual coffin and in a box of 7. The MSRP for that box of 7 is roughly $125.66. But depending on where you get it, I think a lot of these it's pretty sold out around the internet. I think you might be able to get a few boxes here and there. But what does that come out to? What's 125 divided by 7?
I have no idea.
Like 20 bucks. Somewhere between 18 and 20 bucks per cigar.
Yeah, I think they sell for about $18 a cigar.
Yeah, 18 bucks a cigar.
So I don't know about, the cigar and all that stuff, but I want y'all to look at this. If you can see this, can you see the discoloration in this wrapper? Like, this sucker looks like it's been dipped in chocolate. I am ready to tear into this bad boy. That means it has aged very, very, very long time. So I'm ready to tear it up. I don't know about you guys, but let's
cut it and light it.
Cut into this bad boy.
So just to show y'all, there's nothing in here. No glue, nothing.
Yeah. No strings.
Yeah. So are we all gonna try to
do we want to?
We're gonna try to cigar nut this one?
I don't know. This is kind of a thin cigar for me to try to do that for me.
I'll try it to a point.
We'll see how it goes. We'll try it.
So Chris, what kind of cut are you using?
I like to use the Zycar XO.
Yeah, straight cut.
Yeah, I just barely cut off the cap. That's what I normally do.
Yeah.
So I barely even touch any of the filler at all. So usually I just cut like very little amount.
Just a little bit. Yeah, very little. Like not even the full cap, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a heavy raisin taste off of the.
I was getting like the smell had a lot of the big manure. Like it smelled like. It literally smells like the circus. The circus. You know when you go to the circus and you smell like elephant poop?
Yeah.
It's that smell of the circus. It's kind of so it's a manure-y smell.
Hey, so
barnyard.
So I got a question for
more
you.
Like a sweet hate to it. I don't know how you're storing your cigar, but
right up the butt. That's how
I know. Yeah. I had to keister this one to get it from Nicaragua.
That's how I got my cigar from Christian. That's how the damn wrapper's so dark. That ain't chocolate.
No, so, I can get the sweetness too. Yeah. Like the raisiny, maybe caramel.
So Christian's talking about manure. Have either one of y'all ever been to Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede restaurant?
Oh, in Florida?
Oh, they're all over the place. They're in Missouri. There's one in like Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I think there's one down in Florida somewhere. But
I've been to one in it was Florida when we went to Disney World.
Yeah. So I've never been. My buddies told me about it. When Christian was talking, it kind of reminded me of it. He's sitting there telling me, he's like, man, we get there and they got all this old country food. And he said, man, it's so good. And I start tearing into this. He had something with sweet potatoes. And he said he looks up and one of the horses or cows or whatever is like right in front of him in the arena and takes a shit like right in front of him. He said, I looked and it was like a brown runny shit. And he said, I looked down at my sweet potatoes. He said, I just kind of like slid the plate off the side. And like, done.
Done. Nope. Thank you.
I'm like, yeah, no, because they're like $50. You know, it's like $50 to go in. It's a show and dinner and all that stuff. I'm not gonna go spend $50 and have some horse shit right in front of me and ruin my whole entire meal. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's horrible. So not to get too into it, but like give us a little background on why you started doing the ash.
Or how?
Like, yeah, how, what got you started on that, and kind of like why you continue to keep doing it?
It became a challenge. I saw someone doing it. Like they would get them halfway and they would hold up the cigar, by the ash and stuff like that. And so I saw it a few times, and then eventually I decided to try it on my own and kept doing it, and eventually succeeded at it all the way through. And it just became something different fun. It wasn't like for any kind of main purpose, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more like a challenge for you to see how far you could do it.
Yeah. I think the furthest I've ever done was like 2 millimeter left.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, my finger was burning.
I bet. Christian, the chat's not working on YouTube, so I don't know if you can. I'm getting people are blowing up my phone telling me it's not working. I don't have anything to do with YouTube, guys. So if it's not working, I don't know.
Go ahead and keep going. I'll...
So Chris, what got you into smoking cigars? Like, how old were you? Kind of go ahead and give us the rundown on the story of Chris. How did you get? What got you started smoking cigars? What got you, into it? Where did you start? What was your favorites?
My great uncle got me into cigars. My mom's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
He owned. I think he owned. If I remember correctly, he had owned a cigar shop in Corpus. And then later on moved to Houston and opened up several of them in Houston. And so he's the one that gave me my first box of, I think it was Padron.
Yeah.
And I actually still have that box.
Of Padron?
Yeah.
How long ago did he give it to you?
This was back in, if I remember correctly, somewhere in the 2001, 2002.
Shut the hell up. I can't age cigars past like 6 months because I'll get in there and be like, oh, I gotta smoke this. But you hold them for a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do have quite a bit of them, so I can't smoke them all at once.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one that got me into it. Got me into the Cubans because he used to go to buy Cuban cigars when he was younger. I mean, he's the one that pretty much opened my eyes to the cigar world.
That's awesome.
So, but I didn't smoke as heavily back then on cigars, though.
Yeah.
Back then, I might have one stick once a week, if not every 2 weeks. Not like today where I'm doing like 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah. Yep. So tell you down in Texas, you're close to Christian, right? You don't have to.
Yeah, we're about. Go ahead.
About what, an hour apart?
Yeah, a little roughly between 45 minutes and an hour.
Yeah.
Cool.
So tell us, let's talk about your preferences. Like what are some of your preferred cigars to do your ashes? If there's a preferred cigar, or is there a preferred like method? You keep them certain way, and it doesn't matter what cigar you do it on, or?
Yeah, all cigars. Well, I wouldn't say all. I would say maybe 75% of all my cigars are stored at 65 humidity with a 65 temperature. And they're all stored in Tupperwares with cedar trays.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do the 65-65?
That's my preferred humidity. So what I
Okay.
normally do when I buy a box of cigars, I like to use the bags that Privada provides. You know, those bags like these.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I would take two cigars out of the same box, put one at 65, one at 69, and then wait about a week, and then try both of them at the same time. And whichever one I like the most, that's where I store it at.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
But as time goes on, the longer the cigar sits, it does change in flavor sometimes. So sometimes I'll, try it again, put a 69 and 65 and see which one tastes better then too.
Mhm.
Do you
So
notice like the 65, is it giving you like a better burn or allow you to do the ash a lot better than if we were to keep it at like 70 degrees, 69, 70 degree, 70%?
I wouldn't say 65 gives me a better burn, because even at 65, I still sometimes get burns that are uneven.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I do notice the ash holds tighter. You know what I'm saying? I do notice a better nuance when it comes to flavors. You know, and that's why I prefer the 65. I actually like it a little bit more drier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you don't hotbox your cigars either, though, right?
How often do you take a puff? Like, what is your method to
About,
keeping the ash? And
I would say one every 30 to 45 seconds.
You know, Chris, what me and you, the first time we herfed was like last weekend, right? Last week on the herf here, on the Super Stogie Bros herf. So I had never seen you smoke a cigar before, and I was used to joke all the time when people would ask me, because I post your pictures on my story just because it intrigues the crap out of me. Like
Yeah.
basically every post that you post, I share it on my story. People are always messaging me like, "How does he do that? How does he do that? How does he keep that ash?" And I say, I don't know, but I just imagine him looking like a seal balancing a ball on his nose the whole time. So is that how it
No,
is?
I do smoke it once when I get at certain length. I will smoke it upwards. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like this, smoke
Yeah.
it up, and that's about it. Really, there's really no trick to it. Just have to have a really steady hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't.
So, of course, the longer the ash gets, the more balancing you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
you know, but other than that, I mean, there's really no trick to it.
Yeah.
Because I always get people telling me, "Oh, what kind of glue do you use? What do you spray on it?" All kinds of stuff like that. I was like, first of all, I would never glue or spray anything on a cigar I'm smoking.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, so that's the main thing, and I would never try to ingest any kind of chemicals like that.
yeah.
No.
I think it's just interesting to see. The ash isn't as interesting to me until you actually freaking flip it upside down. Like
Yeah.
when you stand it up or you're literally holding the ash in the air, that's where I'm like, holy cow, that doesn't make any sense. Because to me, if I grab the ash, it's just going to be like plop,
Yeah,
and it's like I don't have those. I got big, dangly banana fingers, so
guess you just have to have the touch, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have the touch. That's it.
So
But
Chris, I
yeah,
recently. Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, it's just like this stuff. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just all for fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I get ashes that bin like crazy. I'm sure you've seen that.
Yeah. Today you got one.
Those are
Yeah.
my favorite. Like he'll stack them. I don't know if YouTube world, if y'all follow him or not, but it's tell him what your handle is, Chris. It's what's on his.
Cigar underscore nut underscore 2019.
He's got some damn gangster lean ashes, like, and it'll be the full cigar. And is it not, Christian?
Yeah.
That sucker is on a lean like this. I mean, it's bent, and he's still stacked it up the whole entire cigar. Like, I don't know how in the world you do that, but dude, it blows me away. Like it really does.
Yeah, the
So
worst one I ever done was with a Cuban, and it was a buddy of mine that gave it to me. Yeah,
That's
that was
from today.
yeah. If you go further back, you'll see it was a Hoyo Grand Reserva. You should see how much bin that one took.
Yeah. So I know Christian kind of touched on it that you got some haters. Who would your biggest hater be?
Rick, that's
Yeah.
a crazy veteran.
Crazy veteran.
Which he's
Hater,
gonna
hater
come
in the
with
house. Yeah, Fat Man Cigar Club's tuning in. Thanks for joining in. We got Hawaii in the house.
So is our chat working yet?
Our chat's working now.
No, it's still not working on my side, so I can't see.
Ashhole's in the house. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, we got a lot of. We're part of the Ashholes Texas chapter, Chris and I. So we got a lot of them in the chat room right now. Haters and followers and.
There we go. All right.
Rick just does it for fun. He's actually a really good guy. He got a lot.
Oh yeah.
I love the pictures where you'll have your ash and it's bent like this, and then you can see your Herfin in the background, and he's always like. I laugh my ass off about that when he goes, "There's that damn hater in the background." Yeah.
I told him it'd been awesome if he would have been here today, because he's coming.
Oh yeah.
If he was in the back,
poked his head in out of the back.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
So what do you guys
He's
think?
The one that calls it Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys thinking about the cigar so far? I'm definitely getting some chocolate.
I'm getting the pepper right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of white pepper and a lot of a little bit of chocolate and some coffee to it, like black coffee. But
it's not bad.
I love Steve Saka cigars. I smoke a lot of them.
Yeah. I've not smoked a lot of them, but I like Steve Saka. I like the thought process behind Steve Saka. Like I read an interview with him one time where he said he doesn't blend cigars for anybody except for himself. Like he's like, I just blend cigars for my taste, and if other people like it, then that's good. He's like, because if I don't sell the cigars, at least I know I can smoke every single one that I've blended. Yeah. I was like, damn, that's badass.
That's the perfect business plan, because if you don't sell it, then if you had cigars that you didn't like or you don't care for, then you're stuck with all those cigars. So you might as well put some stuff out that you like, because if it doesn't sell, but I mean, it's Steve Saka, it's gonna sell.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
like
already
wildfire.
But shout out to Steve Saka. We'd love to have you on the show.
Yep. Fat Man Cigar Club says, "Go fund me for cigar nut chiropractor bill." Nice.
So I got my wife for.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I get my little one jumping on my back, so actually pretty relaxing.
Yeah. So we do herfs with Smoking Dog Poppy all the time, and you know him. Mm-hmm. So we were asking him about, he does a lot of trying to mimic you. A lot of people call you sensei because you're like the Mr. Miyagi of the ash. So he's like, yeah, I try to be like sensei. So people are asking him all the time. He's like, why do you do it like that? Do you not enjoy the cigar? Like, I don't think I'd enjoy the cigar. And Anthony said he used to hotbox his cigars a lot. He smoked them too fast. When you smoke them that fast, it messes up the blend that the blender's giving you. It messes up the flavors. It messes up the burn of the cigar. And he was like, ever since I got with Cigar Nut, and he kind of told me about this. He said, I've slowed down. It's forced me to slow down smoking my cigars. And he said, I actually enjoy cigars more smoking them like this than I did smoking them the regular way before. He said, so I thought that was a really cool way of looking at it,
Yeah. Yeah, because I do smoke with him a lot. And I was told that he used to be able to finish a cigar in like 20 minutes.
It's a typical.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to kind of hotbox cigars, but it would take me a good, 45 minutes, 50 minutes to smoke a 2-hour cigar, an hour and a half cigar, 2-hour cigar. I wasn't like, I never knew till I really started geeking out on videos that watch that you don't want to see a cherry on your cigar. You know, like a cigarette, how the cherry gets real long. Like you basically want your cigar when you ash, if you ash, to be flat across, and that's it. So that got me to start slowing down, and I could actually start getting a lot more of the flavor of cigars then when I did that.
I failed, by the way. I'm so used to, I tapped my ash into the ashtray and I was like, oh, shit. So I didn't even make it past the first third.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, you don't want to smoke them too fast because you smoke them too fast, it starts to taste like charcoal and the flavor starts to get bland. You know, even when I light a cigar, I don't puff on a cigar while I'm lighting it. You know, so I just get it all nice, even, you know, see that nice little cherry evenly. After that, then I'll start puffing on it.
Yeah.
You know,
I like it.
So the ultimate idea is just to keep it burning enough to evenly just keep coming down. And you're taking the flavors as it's coming down, you're just pulling those flavors out of it and not getting the char, but allowing the ash to kind of really stack evenly.
Yes. Yeah, because the cooler your cigar stays, the more flavors you get. You know, because the cherry part where it's not getting too hot, it's not just absolutely destroying the tobacco leaf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's the very important thing. It's just to make sure, you know, you want to smoke it slowly. Like even this cigar right here will probably take me a good hour, hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? And if it's perfect, you know, if a cigar draws perfectly, you only need one puff.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, I mean, I mean, they do make these things for enjoyment, so I might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. So, what does that also come into question, like the quality control or the blend or the way that how tightly it's wrapped or how loosely it's wrapped? Do those play factors into, you know, the success or the fail of the ash?
So from experience, the looser the cigar is rolled, doesn't really play as fact as how long you get the ash. Now to flip it upside down or to hold it, yes. Like I've had several cigars I smoked recently. I think it was Black Star Line cigars. And the one with the red label and the blue label. I was able to get the ashes down, but once when I go and hold it, just barely touch it, it just crumbles apart. You know, because it's too flaky. It's you know, it's just not as tight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So usually I can tell with the cigar if I could get close to holding it is if the cigar has some weight to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's more packed in.
Dense. Yeah, it's denser.
Yeah, more yeah.
Denser. Is that a word? Denser?
Denser.
Is it more dense? I just made that a word if it wasn't before.
Denser. Yeah, denser. I think that's a word.
It is now, by God. So, Chris, something a lot of people might not know about you is you're like a fucking Cuban cigar guru. Like we were on Herf the other night, and you can ask Christian. I know a lot of y'all know to get me to shut the fuck up takes something serious. And Chris was talking and laying some Cuban knowledge on us the other night, and I was just like, why don't you share it, Chris? Drop some Cuban knowledge on us. What's the difference in a Cuban tobacco and regular tobacco?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the master at knowing this stuff, but just from experience in research. You know, no, with Cuban tobacco, you know, it has a lot to do with aging and what factory the cigar comes from, things like that. La Casa del Banos, for example, they get all the best boxes, the best rollers. You know what I'm saying? So they get the best of the best stuff, you know. But when you buy cigars, especially Cuban cigars, I personally only get them from La Casa de Banos, or if not, with friends in other countries that can help me get them.
Yeah.
You know, and they in turn, if there's a La Casa del Bano close to them, they'll go get it from them. You know, so but you do pay a heavy price in it.
Yeah.
So I've bought cigars before from online websites, like Havana's and so on and so on. And some of them come out good and some of them don't, and on an average box of cigars, you get, let's say 20 or 25 cigars, 25% of them are either plugged up, the other 25% doesn't smoke right. So it leaves you the rest of the 50% that will smoke halfway decent to awesome.
Yeah. So
So
you're ultimately paying double per cigar, per good cigar.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. So if you pay, let's say, for example, $100 a cigar, no, $100, let's just say $50 a cigar, you get 20 of them in there. Half the box smokes halfway decent and better. You're literally paying $100 a cigar.
Yeah.
Because the other half of it, you're not really enjoying it.
Yeah. You get pissed off. If you're like me, if a cigar starts to burn bad or, it starts to like the draw loosens up on it, or like my biggest pet peeve is when you got to pull like 5 or 6 times to produce smoke. And then it kind of, I was saying the other day, it gives a burnt taste to it. And once it hits that burnt taste, like I'm done with the cigar. I might as well just throw the motherfucker away. Cause I'm going to taste that, like that, taste in your mouth for the rest of the cigar. Like, doesn't matter if it catches back up and burns good. Oh no.
You fell.
Oh.
I am the champion, my friends.
Oh man. Gotta start over on a different one now.
That's what I did. Look at that. Tunneled.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. It was tunneling.
Yeah, it was tunneling.
Now watch this. I'm gonna stack this bitch all the way to the butt.
You want to start a different one, Chris?
Yeah, sure. I'll go get another one.
While Rick's on here hating.
So Christian, when he's gone, do you want to do the sponsor plugs real quick? Kind of fill some time.
Yeah, let's do a sponsor plug. So
righty, go ahead.
So I'll start out with we're going to shout out to our sponsors, Legion Concepts. If you're not following Legion Concepts, I don't know what you're doing. You need to go out there and check out the quality of stuff that they've got. If you haven't seen them, you probably have. They do the skull cigar rests out of different rock materials and stuff like that. They also have a Lancero out. They're taking pre-orders on their new Magnus cigar. This cigar sounds very, very interesting to me. And when I get it, I'm going to smoke it just to kind of see it, because this cigar has a small amount of pipe tobacco sprinkled inside of it to give you that sweet pipe tobacco smell. I definitely want to try this out, and I think you should go out there and check it out yourself too. You want to do the next one?
So our next sponsor we're going to give a shout out to is the Big Ash Smoke Book. We've talked about this before. He will be on the show in the next couple episodes. We're trying to work that out. But the Big Ash Smoke Book, he has made cigar journaling super simple. Please go check it out. I do not have mine out here tonight, so I think Christian might have his laying around. But there it is. That is the Elion Special Big Ash Smoke Book. It comes in basically everything. Instead of you having to journal and make up what you think, he has made all the decisions for you. There's the middle of the book. It has a tape measure in it. It has a ring gauge guide on it. The very bottom corner shows you the different type of of caps, and then the different shapes of the cigars. He has taken something that could be somewhat difficult to do and simplified it where somebody as stupid as me can journal the cigars.
And he's taken a lot of time to really think a lot of this through. It comes with a specific pin, a Sharpie pin that works perfect with the paper that he's using. It comes with an adhesive so that you can adhesive your cigar labels in the book and chronicle everything that you're smoking, what you like, and so that you can visually see next time you go to that brick and mortar or you order something online, exactly the cigar that you're looking for.
He has given you like about, what would you say, Christian, about 15 flavor notes that you can just either check mark or circle that you taste in there. So you're not having try to pinpoint what the flavors that are coming through that cigar are. He's actually put it out there for you to help make it just as simple. He's got basically fill-ins for the strength of the cigar, the what else? The coloration of the cigar, I can't really remember yet.
Yeah, pricing points, where you bought it, food or drinks that you're pairing with it, what the cold draw and everything, the construction of everything, from the build to the burn to the draw, and it's just very comprehensive. Even if you don't want to go in that depth, you can fill out just exactly what you want to fill out and keep your journal the way you need it. It just makes it super simple. You should go check out their website, the bigashsmokebook.com, and definitely pick you up a copy. And they do custom orders, so you can get your logo or get it personalized to you. Just reach out to them.
They do
custom
logos. So but you can also, he also has a bunch of custom logos on his website. So if you wanted like a Elion edition, Big Ash Smoke Book, if you wanted a Hard Ash edition, Big Ash Smoke Book, if you wanted a Clutch of Smoke Big Ash edition, Big Ash Smoke Book, he's got all those on there. So whatever you want to choose, he basically tailors it to you, which is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, definitely. We do have a Super Stogie Brothers version that is different and interesting that we will be releasing, and you will be able to buy through his website. That'll be coming very soon. So keep an eye out for that.
Chris, you see this? Mine's hit like it's going to come off here in just a minute. Like there's a big chunk right here. This one's going to, like, I might be doing the seal on with the ball on the nose balancing act, trying to keep this.
I didn't see any more Naka Tamale, but I either have Exclusivo or Unstolen Valor.
Whichever you want to do, it's up to you.
I guess I'll smoke the Exclusivo.
This cigar is amazing though. Like I'm getting really heavy, like leather notes off of it right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
It is really good. And it's burning like a champ too. Like burn on this thing is razor freaking sharp.
It's not as peppery as I thought it was going to be. I was afraid of. It has got some earthy taste. I'm getting that leather, but the spice is kind of on the second, third. It's kind of gone away.
Yeah. My stupid computer keeps closing up because I don't mess with it that much.
Cigar Nut did a wardrobe change. Rick says, "Let's go, Sensei. I trained you better than this."
Uh-oh.
Haters in the building. Big Ash Smoke Book and Legion Concepts are in the chats. Thanks for coming on, guys. Thank you for your sponsorship.
What's up, Lace? We got some good content when Lace gets on here. I can't wait for that show.
We got a lot of the Texas ashholes in the building. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
So, Chris, we got some questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cigar Sessions wants to know how you spell runt.
RURNT, runt. Okay, so we got some kind of off the wall questions that we're going to start doing. So I'll just start and see what we can get here. So let's start off with which habit are you proudest of breaking? Of all the habits you've broken in your life, what is the habit you are the most proudest of breaking?
I don't think I ever broke a habit. I think I still have them.
I don't break habits. What are you talking about?
Habits?
Yeah.
I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
No, shit. I don't think ever. I think all the bad habits I have still have.
So this is a question we should ask your wife then.
Yeah.
I'll probably
That's
tell
how
you I
it is
didn't
for
quit
me.
anything.
So Christian, what about you?
Bad habits that I've broken. I don't know. Some of those things are personal.
Mine's simple. It's my first marriage.
Oh, but
Biting my fingernails. I bit my fingernails for 34 years.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then like could not stop biting my fingernails, like just mentally. You know what got me to quit biting my fingernails? When I started dating my smoking hot wife, and she said, "Oh, that's disgusting. I can't stand looking at your hand, and I love a man's hands." So like 3 weeks later, my fingernails had grown out, and I quit biting them, and I haven't gone back since then.
That'll do it. Women make you do the damnedest things.
Yep.
Yeah, fingernails would have to be a big one for me. You know, I stopped. I used to bite my nails when I got stressed out, and so then I basically stopped that and just started eating.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. So Christian,
one question I want to know. Here's the random question I want to know. What is the oldest cigar in your humidor?
In my humidor be that Padron my great uncle gave me.
From 2000, 2001-ish?
Yeah. That'd be the oldest. Other than I did acquire a bunch of cigars from my great uncle. So those are pretty damn old.
You haven't inventoried those yet, right?
No, but I do know it's majority of them is all Cuban cigars from 2010 and down, all the way to pre-embargo.
I think Christian's got the winner on this one. Go ahead, Christian.
So I have somewhere between a 1959 and 1960 pre-embargo Cuban. From my backstory, I believe it's a Monte Cristo #2, but there's no provenance on it, so there's no way to really tell. So it's ultimately, you know, that I know the time frame, but I don't know the exact brand. We'll find out Sunday if it's actually really a Cuban.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some scientific testing on Sunday to find out if it's actually a Cuban.
What's the scientific testing? You like Chris smoke one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought the scientific testing. That's exactly what I thought the scientific testing was going to be. That's nice.
So I'm gonna meet up with Chris this weekend on Sunday, and with a couple of the assholes, and at the haters corner, and and I'm gonna let him smoke one to kind of get his thoughts on it. He's got the best knowledge of Cuban cigars that I know. So I think if he were to smoke it, he'd be able to pinpoint that it is a Cuban. And that's really all I really care to know. If it's really a Cuban, that if it's what I got is what I got. And then I'll just enjoy the rest that I've got, because technically without the provenance, I can't sell it. So
Rick says if you let him smoke it, he'll tell you if it's real or not.
Tell him to keep it up. He might get one.
Yeah. So Chris, here's a question me and Christian argued about the other day. So if you could smoke a cigar with, what was it, president that we said? Any president, live or dead, who would you choose?
Which president or which cigar?
Any president, any cigar, alive or dead, you got to choose what president you could sit down and smoke a cigar with. What president would it be?
I would have to say JFK, and I would have to say, why the fuck you did the embargo?
Yeah. Christian had the same answer, just a
No,
different reason. Just a different reason. Just
my question to JFK would not have anything to do with cigars,
question to JFK.
but it would be taste. It would be based on taste.
It has something to do with JFK. It would be blonde, curly hair with a little beauty mark right about here.
I mean, he's really. What other president was a cigar smoker? I mean, Clinton, but he had a different. We'd probably be asking him about a different question of his cigar.
Yeah,
but but I don't know of any other presidents that I know of that smoke cigars other than Teddy Roosevelt. And did he really smoke cigars?
But that's the thing; they don't have to be cigar smokers to.
But what would you talk about? Like, that's the point of smoking a cigar with them, is having that conversation.
Your conversation with JFK didn't have shit to do with cigar smoking.
But we'd both be smoking cigars.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have nothing to do with cigar smoking. So why? I could sit and smoke a cigar with Donald Trump and talk to Donald Trump about just all the shit he's done in his life. I don't care if he's smoking a cigar. We're not going to sit there and talk about the cigar. Like, I just want to sit down and bullshit with the man. Give me some advice on business, buddy. That's what I want. Plus, I just want to sit down and smoke a cigar with Donald Trump because he's got a big fat set of nuts on him, and I like that.
Did you like the big fat set of nuts?
I just like the fact that he wasn't scared to do and say whatever the fuck he wanted to. I respect that in a man. He might have been an idiot sounding on some of his stuff, but he at least spoke his mind. I like that.
Legion Concept says Clinton's cigars were never dry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
George Bush smoked them. Yeah.
If I had choices of anybody to smoke with, it'd probably be with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'd want to sit with, if somebody living, I'd want to sit down and smoke a cigar with Matthew McConaughey or Jeremy Piven.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to smoke a cigar with Jeremy Piven too.
If it was dead or alive, I'd really like to sit down and talk with Winston Churchill, smoke a cigar with Winston Churchill, or George Burns.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark Twain would be another one. He smoked 10 cigars a day, like 300 cigars a month.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, if he was living now, he had to have been a millionaire. He'd have to be a millionaire to just keep that up.
Yeah.
He could smoke the Gurkhas and he wouldn't have to be a millionaire.
Well, it's just like Winston Churchill's family. They make money off of just Churchill alone.
Yeah.
The name?
The name? Churchill.
They get a part of that?
From what I've read before, yeah, he does. The family does.
Damn. So does the cigar company that makes the Churchill pay them money? Or, because if that's the case, I won't ever make a Churchill.
Lacey,
I'm
curious about
I'm not too
Clinton's
sure.
ring gauge.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how all that works. I just read an article, and I don't remember where it was at. It might have been a Cigar Aficionado or one of those. And they were saying that Winston Churchill, if I remember correctly, commissioned cigars to be built at a certain size that he liked, which is Churchill. And they named that cigar after him afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So the family gets a royalty or something to do with that.
That's
That
pretty
makes
cool.
sense.
Yeah.
I'd like to smoke a cigar with like the crew of Godfather.
Look at that. I got a little unraveling going.
Yeah.
Or Casino. Like, I'd love to sit down with, like, some of the old gangster, what you call it? Old gangster movie stars.
Yeah.
De Niro, Joe Pesci.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta. All those guys.
Al Pacino.
Scarface. Yeah, you can't forget about him. That's okay.
Another Quaalude, she'll love me in the morning.
She will love me in the morning. That's okay. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Chris lied. He wanted to smoke with Ron Jeremy.
That's it.
David Muhammad said. Groucho Marx. We got some of the Rodney Dangerfield, the Rat Pack. Big Ash Smokebook says, I'd be curious about Clinton's ring gauge.
Yeah.
Nick loves the sound of his voice. I like that one. That's true.
There you go, Lace. How about that ring gauge, baby?
So what would you say is the most popular cigar smoking celebrity right now? Or the one that most people would recognize as the most popular?
Oh, that's
Would be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It'd be Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah. I saw a thing that Michael Jordan said he's never been to Cuba, and his wife's Cuban. Like that's on his bucket list that he wants to go to Cuba. But I don't know. I think I saw it on that Cigar Aficionado video. I don't know if you saw that.
Old one?
I think it was an older one. So maybe when they lifted the embargo, he might have went, but I don't know. I just heard that he had never been. That was on his bucket list, and that his wife is Cuban. That they wanted to go back for different reasons. But I do remember that video because the owner of Cigar Aficionado, fucking burnt the shit out of the end of his cigar. Like charred the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
Yeah, because I could have sworn I saw a recent interview with Michael Jordan that he has been there.
That he has?
I think so.
Then he probably went. I mean, he's got the money. He could go whenever he wants to, probably.
Yeah. Cuba would probably fucking pay for Jordan to fly down there just to,
But he was saying that he didn't want to. He wanted to go to see the culture and for the cigars, but he didn't want to go because of like the mobs of people.
Yeah.
That wouldn't allow him to get around anywhere. He wouldn't be able to go anywhere to do anything because he'd be surrounded by mobs of people.
Yeah.
So he couldn't really. How can you really enjoy anything with that level of fame? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would suck. I wouldn't mind trying it out for a little while, but it's not something I'd want to have for forever. It
was like those videos of Michael Jackson when he goes to different parts of the world.
Yeah,
he can't walk out anywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and people even camp out at his hotel site.
yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, Chris, next question. If your life was a movie, what would it be called? Now this is interesting. I'm interested to hear the answer to this question after our talks on the Herf last night. What would you call the movie about your life?
I don't know. I wish I could say Jason Bourne, but I know that's not true.
You can name it anything. You can be titled anything.
And I would probably have to say maybe The Italian Job without the robbing, but other than that.
Yeah.
What would yours be, Nick?
The first half of my life, I would say we call that one Dazed and Confused. And then I don't know. Let me think about the second half of my life.
All right.
Family Man.
Family Man.
That would be the second half. Except for my wife's way hotter. What about you, Christian?
Well, like the first part of my 20s would definitely be Train Spotting.
Yeah.
And then,
that was my second choice on that.
And then my second half would have to be like shit, I don't know. I'd hope it'd be something cool, but I can't think of anything. I don't know.
David Muhammad said, Chris lied again, driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, mine have to be like, I don't know.
Hold on, look at this. Look at Lace's lying ass talking about Boogie Nights. You fucking wish Boogie Nights. Your wife doesn't like the big ones. That's how you'll never be Boogie Nights, dog.
Shaving Ryan's privates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one's burning really good.
That's great.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mine's got that little, it's got a gangster lean to it, but it's still staying strong.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
I
Look at
gave
the
up.
hole. Look at the hole inside this.
Oh yeah, man, that's
we can-
crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There it goes. Just that small. It all comes down to that cigar. You know, it's a gamble,
Yeah.
right? It's the pick of the litter.
Well, you never know if somebody was, whoever the cigar roller was, if they were rolling a cigar, they just had a shitty day, or maybe they were hungover and didn't, that's the crazy thing about good cigars, good hand rolled cigars, is that they are just that. They're hand rolled. So you're never going to have, a perfect cigar, every cigar. Humans, they make mistakes.
Yeah. But it's just that sucks. Like when you sit here and you're like, you get one that tunnels, or you get one that has fucking stems in it, or shit like that. And especially if you pay the money for that cigar, right?
Yeah.
If you're $20 or more per cigar, and you get a shitty cigar that you can't even finish and you don't even get to enjoy, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the guys like Steve Saka, like this cigar, if I would have said something, they'd give me another one. But these things happen. I mean, it's not, and of course, it's my luck for the first cigar I do live that it happened to. But,
Yeah.
I think you just got jinxed. I think the guys you had on your herf earlier this morning completely jinxed you, and you can leave it up to David and Jay and Rick and completely
crazy veterans ass and he put a hex on you for this show.
Yeah, I think it's Rick. We'll call it Crazy Veteran's fault. Everybody that's mad, go to Crazy Veteran on Instagram and just blow up his feed with hater talk and sensei pictures.
Yeah. So.
We got the prez of Texas Ashholes and the regional, what's the Midwest region on here. Shout out to her. Smoking Dog Poppy. That's Rick's bad juju.
Yeah, Anthony might be coming down with Fred on Sunday.
Oh yeah, Fred's coming down?
Maybe. I think they were gonna take turns driving or something like that. Yeah, they're not that far. I think they're like 4 hours away.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours.
Dude, I'm still loving this cigar. Might have to splurge. I might have to go talk to the wife and let her know. Be like, we need to splurge and just buy a box. She'll be like, how many's in a box? I'll say 7. She's like, you lost your fucking mind.
I've got 4 more.
Yeah, I'll take all of them.
Okay.
So, yeah, this thing's really good. I got let her try one. She'll like it a lot. It's not too spicy. Really, really good flavor.
Yeah, I like it. I was kind of scared at first, but I've moved from like smoking like acids and like the Isla del Sols and the kind of the flavored ones to like Connecticut's and kind of really mild stuff. And I've noticed I moved into more of the Habano wrapper. Like my favorite cigar of last year was the Serpent and Rainbow. So I can feel my flavor profiles changing, my taste changing a little bit, getting a little bit more. And Nick keeps throwing me goddamn Maduros, so I can't not smoke them. So I just gotta knock my dick in the dirt a couple of times and get my.
Christian's nuts are dropping
slowly.
They're steadily dropping, and they're steadily dropping. It's like I got out of flavored cigars and little kid shit, and then now I'm into Connecticut's, and now I'm starting to like the Habano wrapper. And one day
Yeah, one day my voice will change. I'll get hair in secret places, and
you don't want the secret places, dog. Because I'm 43 now, and all the hair that's growing in secret places is my fucking ears and my nose. Like that's it. That's all the fucking new surprise places hair's growing.
You know, I wouldn't knock Connecticut's though. There's some Connecticut's out there blow your mind.
Oh yeah.
Strong.
I mean, you know, I'm really interested because Cubans are more traditionally milder cigars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested to actually really smoke some real Cubans. I want to taste those floral notes. I want to taste that kind of mineral water kind of taste in those, because I think I'd really like those, as opposed to getting something more of a fuller body cigar to smoke. So I'm really interested to actually smoke a real Cuban as opposed to any of the fake stuff that I've always gotten given to me. But I guess we'll find out Sunday.
I got a box of real Cubans. We went on our cruise and we were on the beach in Mexico, and this guy came up and he had this box of real Cubans, and it had that plastic cover on the top of it. And he told me he'd trade me for my $15 watch. And I said, so those are real Cubans? He said, oh yeah, real Cubans. I was like, man, you better take your motherfucking ass on somewhere. Get the fuck away from me. Get your ass away from me right now. Cause I was smoking a cigar on the beach. He goes, oh, you like cigars? I got Cubans right here. I was like, get out. Get the hell out. So, yep.
Big Ass Book says, but Christian, we love seeing you get transparent.
Yeah. I put him on a cigar the other night, Chris, and it was the I'm not going to talk about it because my wife has told me I'm not allowed to mention that cigar brand or anything about that cigar brand on this show. So I'm not going to mention anything about Paul Stulak cigars this show. But I put Christian on the White Blinding Light last week. And the name came true because his ass was white as shit. Like it is a pepper bomb, and it's heavy. So he was white. He had a black shirt on like he had now, but he had his little what is that called? Your driving cap or whatever on.
Yeah.
You couldn't see shit except for the black shirt. It was like the white sheet behind him was like a green screen, you know. It was like white shirt, or it was like black shirt, hat, glasses, and then you could see a little bit of stubble right here, but his face just fucking blended in with that sheet behind him. He was like, I think I'm done with this thing. And it was like, there's like this much of it.
It was bad, man. It knocked my dick in the dirt. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't dry heaving like some of the stuff that I've gotten, but I felt lightheaded. I was just like not feeling it at all.
Then what you
I appreciate you trying, dog.
What you really want to smoke is Aroma Craft HN.
No. No. I think I've got Aroma Craft Neanderthal. I've got a Neanderthal in there that I'm deathly afraid of smoking.
Why are you afraid of smoking it?
I just think it's gonna do the exact same thing. It's got all the flavor profiles of exactly what I don't like. And
why did you buy the Neanderthal then? Because I warned you.
You didn't warn me. You told me to get it.
Yeah, but I told you before you bought it. I said it is a very fucking earthy cigar. The first time I ever smoked it, I said it tasted like you ripped a bag of potting soil open and you stuck your head in there and just. I said it tasted like dirt smells, and you're like, "Well, I'm never fuck." This is the way he said, Chris. He's like, "I'm never fucking buying that thing, then, because that's everything I hate." And then the next day, he messages me. He's like, "I got some Neanderthals yesterday." I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, why would you do that? Like, you just said is everything you hate. Then you go out and buy cigars, and then he blames me for buying them. Or you made me buy them." I was like, "I wasn't even there. How the fuck did I buy them?"
He told me to buy. I think it was the Death Bucket. That he ran off the list of all the flavors that he got out of the Death Bucket, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get that cigar. That cigar is not gonna be a cigar for me. Literally, the next care package he sent to me had a Death Bucket 2 in it.
Yeah. I did. I sent him one with a dead bucket too, and we're
literally the next care package he sent to me.
Yeah, and we're gonna smoke that motherfucker on this show too, and I'm gonna watch his ass turn pale white.
No.
For that one,
I'm gonna get one that looks like it, but it's gonna be like a Habano wrapper, and I'm just gonna put the label on it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, this is a smooth cigar. It's really creamy. And
David Muhammad said we need to smoke a Gurkha. We're gonna smoke a Gurkha too. Christian doesn't want to do it, but we're gonna fucking puff a Gurkha down.
I gotta shout out to Cigar Wayne. Cigar Wayne told me that we would do a 5 cigar trade, and that he'll send me 5 cigars that I will find a Gurkha that I like in it. He guaranteed me. So Cigar Wayne tells me he's gonna send me a Gurkha that I will like. I'm gonna leave it up to him. So I'm gonna smoke them Gurkhas, and I'm gonna throw up.
He's a Gurkha. Cigar Wayne is. If y'all don't follow Cigar Wayne, he is fucking awesome. Like, I love that guy, and he is all about the fucking Gurkhas. And you get him on a herf, and he'll be sitting there. He won't say shit, and then somebody will say something. He'll be like, "Goddamn Democrats." This is awesome. That guy's great.
Oh yeah, that guy was on the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were on a herf with Boofy, a smoke and dram herf, and Matt Booth came on the other night, and we've been talking about, like, he messaged somebody and was like, I'm coming on the herf or whatever. So we're talking about it, and he comes on, and you hear Wayne go, "Hey, that's that guy from room 101. I think it's by you." I was like, oh man, what the fuck?
They only warned us, hey, somebody might be coming on.
Like 5 times. They only told us 5 times, hey, that's that guy from room 101.
Gurkha Grandpa.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Gurkhas that I've liked. The 125th anniversary, and the one I think it's called Dragon. The one that comes in the tube.
The Dragon?
Yeah.
There's a shit ton of them that come in the tube, because the guy I work with told me one day, he was like, hey, Nick, I know you smoke cigars. He was like, man, I got some good cigars I'm going to give you. And so I get over there one day, and I go pick them up from him, and it's 4 fucking tubed out Gurkhas. And I was like, oh, shit. So they gave me some Gurkhas. They're all tubed out. And I don't know what flavor they are or anything like that. And he was like, this one pairs well with cognac, and this one pairs well with like a sweet bourbon, and this one pairs well with Courvoisier. And I was like, I don't drink, dog, so it's gonna pair well with Dr. Pepper. Like, that's all the fuck I care about. Does it pair well with Dr. Pepper? Yeah, it does. Okay, but they're still sitting in my humidor. I'm still waiting on those to smoke.
Dr. Pepper has to be probably the best non-alcoholic drink to smoke with, right? Because it's very flavorful. You know, it's got a lot of different flavors. It's got a lot of different flavors, and so I think it kind of matches with certain cigars. I don't think it would match with a lot of them, but I just think it's got a very range of flavor that matches cigars pretty well.
It's like a guy told us the other night on the Smoke and Dram herf. Jamie Hall is like, this guy knows a ton of shit. Like, he's got knowledge for days. So he's reading somewhere that that Dr. Pepper is the best soda drink to pair cigars with, because the 23 flavors that are in Dr. Pepper, the chances of one of those 23 flavors pairing with the flavor in your cigar is very, very high. He was like, so, Coke, it doesn't pair well with a lot of cigars. Pepsi doesn't pair well, but Dr. Pepper pairs well with so many cigars. And that's my excuse for why I like it. Now, I do like Coke Zero too. I'll drink the shit out of Coke Zero and smoke cigars too. I don't know what the hell that is about, but it just does. It matches well with cigars for me.
I drink a lot of Coke Zero. I like Coke Zero.
Yeah, I do too.
Cigars.
Now, that's like, Dr. Pepper's my number one. But like, my fat ass is about to go on a diet the week after next. I'll go back to keto. And when I do keto, it's like Coke Zero. That's it. There is nothing but Coke Zero. Justina bitches at me all the time because I don't drink water, like, ever, at all. Nothing. Unless it's tea or Gatorade. I classify those as water because it takes water to mix some shit in to make tea or Gatorade.
Got water in it.
Yeah, to me that's water, and that's what I drink. Oh wow, yeah,
That ash is looking good there.
yeah. So Chris, personal question I got to know: what's the most expensive cigar you've ever smoked?
Oh, I don't think I want to know that.
I do want to know that, because if you said you smoked with the Gurkha, I know there's like a $6,000 Gurkha out there, isn't there?
I don't know about $6,000 one. I've had the $1,000 Gurkha, the $700 one, and the $500 one.
Yeah, I know that the cigar shop I go to sells one that's $600, and I can't, not for a Gurkha.
I've had those, and honestly, I didn't really like them.
Yeah,
So I mean, I might as well just giving that money to my daughter and let her use it as play money.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's what I was seeing. Like I don't understand with all the range of cigars that are out there, right? Why? Oh shit! Puffed it too much.
right in the fucking lap. Like
Fail. We all failed. We all
Oh,
failed
no.
today.
Well,
With all the range of cigars that are out there, right? It doesn't make sense to me to pay top, like those high dollar cigars. I mean, you can find a I wouldn't say a cheaper cigar, more inexpensive cigar that's going to give you the same, if not the same flavor profile, but you'll enjoy it the same that you would one of those. Am I wrong in that, Chris?
Well, you are majority
very good.
right. I don't think cigars are priced accordingly to taste. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my ultimate favorite cigars is a Davidoff Oro Blanco. That's a $500 stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is it worth $500? No. But if it was $300, I'd probably pay that all day long for it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
to me, I taste a difference in it. And I'm not saying I'm a cigar aficionado or anything that I'm, an expert in it, but I can taste the, I guess you could say like an exotic flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? That you don't get in most cigars, and it's very pleasant,
Yeah.
and I like it a lot, and I enjoy it. But I guess every cigar, I mean, it's just like a car. Would a person who has, like, say, is a millionaire, would a Lamborghini be more suited for him or a Toyota Corolla? You know what I'm saying? If this guy doesn't care about a car
Yeah.
and he doesn't care about expensive, luxury cars, then yeah, he'd probably drive around in a Prius or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like the normal person, like I'm not a millionaire. I'm not. I don't have a lot of money, but I enjoy cigars. I just don't see myself buying $100 cigar or a $200 cigar. But I understand Davidoff is probably one of those brands that you're not paying for the taste, but you're paying for the craftsmanship, the quality, the fact that somebody rolling a Davidoff cigar can't roll their actual core line until they're 10 years in rolling. They have to have a tenure in rolling before they can even touch the Davidoff name. So you're going to get the quality and the craftsmanship and the stigma of Davidoff when you buy that, and I understand that. But can I go buy, let's say, for instance, the Illusion Rothschild? I use this all the time because it's a $5 stick, right? Mm-hmm. But it's one of the best $5 sticks I've ever had. Mm-hmm. Right? It's smooth. It's a Connecticut, but it's just a great cigar for that price. The porcelain, the Deliverance porcelain by Black Label Trading Company, great cigar, and it's not an expensive cigar. So I mean, I've had all of these different cigars that are just fabulous. I can taste the the flavors, and it takes you on an adventure. And that's kind of like a precursor for me, is like, I want a cigar that I can enjoy, that I'm going to get the flavor profiles, that I can actually taste them, and I'm not just tasting burnt tobacco throughout the entire cigar.
Well, and that was the point I was trying to get at, was that it depends on whether or not what value a cigar is really worth to you. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just take, for example, Steve Saka's Unicorn. Okay, he'll tell you all day long not to buy it. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you to buy something else. You get 2 or 3 sticks for the price of Unicorn.
Yeah.
But in reality is, after he pays everything off, I think he only makes like 25% off of that cigar.
Yeah.
So, but is Steve Saka's cigar truly worth $100? Some people will tell you no, it's not. Some people say, oh yeah, I love that stick and I'll pay $100 all day long. Some people say, I'll pay $500 for it. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on the value of what that person really would be willing to pay. So
Chris, you're getting tips on the chat. Rick saying, Sensei, you're not taking your picks. Stay in routine. He's done. Stay in routine. That's why your cigar dropped, because you're getting out of routine. So, and then David Muhammad says, Rick, it's not every day we get to roast Chris publicly. So they're enjoying this.
They're tag team, yeah.
So, I was listening to your story, Chris, and the one thing that I took from that the most is that, you compared the Lamborghini as a good car, but motherfucker, I work for Toyota. Why you got to throw 2 Toyotas in the shit car pile? He's a Corolla and Prius. I work for Toyota, man. You take, here's a Lamborghini, and if you like shitty cars, go buy 2 Toyotas. Man, come on, man. We got to go with like a Chevy Cobalt or something like that. A fucking Ford Pinto. Why you got to throw Toyotas in there?
We just said inexpensive.
Yeah. Toyotas are not fucking inexpensive. Believe me. No. If you look at like budgety cars, they're not we like our cars. I'll tell you this because I get a Toyota discount for being a Toyota employee, and it ain't shit because Toyota likes their cars. But you go talk to somebody that works at Chevy, they'll get a damn car for like $100 over what the cost it makes to build the car. I get a better deal buying a Toyota if I go pull the rebates off of a dealership than I do using my discount.
Yeah, I mean, Toyotas, well, as you know,
hit up Hard Ass Cigar Society if you want that discount code for a Toyota.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle both hit me up last year for a discount code for a Toyota, and then they ended up just buying it because they got a better discount off the rebates at the dealership than they did. They were like, "Thanks for getting me that rebate, Nick, but I didn't even use it because your discount sucks." Hey, I do what I can.
No, Toyotas are some of the most reliable cars. Because in my shop, especially Toyotas and Hondas, we very rarely ever do any kind of major repair. So they're mostly maintenance. You know what I'm saying? I have a Toyota Tundra that I drive around.
Yeah. That's my truck.
Yeah, and I love that truck. But funny story. So back a long time ago, I had this customer, all about American trucks, right? Chevy this, Chevy that, everything Chevy. One day he walks up to me and goes, "Chris, is that Toyota yours? What is that piece of shit Japanese car in the parking lot?" I looked at him, I go, why are you coming straight to me saying that I own that Toyota? What kind of racist shit is that? So I told him around, and he goes, "You need to buy an American Chevy truck." So he told me. I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Look at your door plate. It's made in Mexico. Yeah. Look at my Tundra. It's built here in San Antonio."
Yeah. That's what people don't realize. Like about 20% of a Toyota comes from overseas parts. Like that's it, 20%. And most of them are built in the engine, which is where I work at the plant that builds engines. Mm-hmm. So you look at it, about 75% of Fords, Chevys, and GMs are built in Mexico. So Toyota is really the most American-made car in America.
Yeah,
and that's that's truth. That's facts. So you can't argue with that.
Well,
But two-
especially with the Tundra, what is it? The Tundra and Tacoma is built in San Antonio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are true Texan built cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so
And the engines
even
come
Honda.
from both engines come from Huntsville. We build the engines for both of those trucks.
yeah. So there's nothing, you know, I think even Honda has a lot of plants here in the US. You know, where they build a lot of, I think, the Accord and the Civic, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they're built in Anniston, Alabama, I believe. No, the Honda minivan's built in Anniston, Alabama.
If there was any minivan out there, I would totally buy an Odyssey.
Shit, Cigar Wayne just jumped on.
Nope.
They the chat wants you to shout out the name of your shop. What's the name of your shop, Sensei?
Braun Road Automotive.
Braun Road Automotive in San Antonio, Texas. If you need steering and suspension, what else do you do?
That's what I specialize in.
Specializing in steering and suspension. If you want a rock crawler, that's the place to go. Check it out. Braun Road Automotive, San Antonio, Texas.
So, Chris, we talked about some other stuff. What's the most overrated cigar you've ever smoked? Or brand? What do you feel is the most over? I know what I feel is the most overrated brand, and it'll piss a lot of people off. But what is your thought on that?
I would honestly say, and I do love this brand a lot, but I do think it is overrated, is a Davidoff. And I'm being honest about it. I love the Davidoff. I love the Zodiac series, the Master series, the Volt series. You know what I'm saying? I love all those. But because of the name and the hype, and I think they don't even have anything less than $30, I don't think, per stick. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, I think that's probably one of the most overrated.
I'm going to go with Opus X.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
I love Arturo Fuente cigars. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Arturo Fuente. I have a box of the Don Carlos personal reserves. No, I love those. Keep those in stock all the time. Me and Justina, that's, you know, kind of up there on our scale. I wouldn't say in the top 5, but it's a really, really good cigar. And just any Arturo Fuente, like, he doesn't make bad cigars. But I think the Opus X, you're paying like $60, $70, $120, $200 for a cigar. And I've not smoked the Opus X that I sit back and go, damn, that was definitely a $70 cigar. You know, I've never done that before. I've smoked Cubans that I thought that was a fucking $100 cigar, but not, I've smoked boutique $10 cigars that I think, man, I'd have paid $40 for that thing. But I've never smoked the Opus X and sat back and said, man, I got my money's worth out of that cigar.
What Opus X did you smoke that was $70, $80?
Which one? The I can't even remember what it was.
Forbidden or
there's this really bougie cigar shop here in Huntsville that sells fucking Gurkhas for like $20, you know, just like a regular store. So we went and bought, I think it was the Purple Rain that I got there, and it was like $65 for the Purple Rain at this cigar
Purple
shop.
Rain shouldn't even be more than $45.
Yeah, this guy's got hella markup. So
wow.
we were just out, and I was still kind of new into cigars, and grabbed the cigar. Didn't look at the, like, he doesn't have a price on it or anything, and went to the counter. And it was one of those ones where I had the Opus X Purple Rain, and Justina had a Liga Privada, the T59 or T52, sorry, T52. So we threw him on the counter, and he rang it up, and it was like $120 in cigars. And I was like, you know, like, what just happened there? But yeah, I was not sold on Opus X.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to Arturo Fuente stuff, I do like Opus X. My favorite Opus X is actually like the BBMF and the Rare Black.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about Opus X, though, and this is what I hate about it, if I'm paying that much money for a non-Cuban, I shouldn't have to age it 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I find his regular production stuff, I wouldn't even say regular, but his lower end stuff, like the Don Carlos Eye of the Shark?
Yeah.
That cigar is really good.
Yeah.
That cigar is better than the Opus X Eye of the Shark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like Between the Lines and Hemingway. Those are all really good cigars.
Oh, I love the Hemingway. The Hemingway short story. That's one of mine. I like that one, especially, I got to go outside to smoke during the wintertime. So if it's really, really cold or really, really hot during the summer, I love smoking those because it's a good, 45 minutes you're in and out. And
yeah. But that's the thing, it's but yeah, you're right. The Opus X is one of the most highly overrated.
Yeah. I personally, the last two cigars that I think were completely overrated, and don't get me wrong, I liked one of them, was the Cookie and the Cigar. The cigar.
Now, why did you think they were overrated? Explain your theory behind this. Why did you think it was overrated?
Well, the Cookie was overrated because it was hyped so fucking much, right? It was super hyped, and I am deeply against naming a cigar after some type of food that is going to promote you thinking you're going to taste that food in that cigar. Ezra Zion is one of the major companies that I fault.
You get pissed off. You get pissed off because it doesn't taste like melted ice cream.
I get so angry because one, I got the Cookie and everybody hyped it up that it was going to be great, and it's a good cigar. I liked it. I made the mistake of smoking it right off the bat and not letting it age and not letting it sit in the humidor a little bit, but it didn't taste anything like a cookie. I was expecting like a chocolate chip cookie, right? And it wasn't anything that I expected.
So you didn't get cookie dough out of it?
No, I didn't get any of that out of it. And so it was just like, I liked it. I enjoyed the cigar. I smoked it all the way through. But one, I blame maybe I didn't let it rest for enough. And I've got one in the humidor that I'm letting sit for a while, but so I can reevaluate it. But it just pissed me off, right? Cigar, the Cigar 2 is the other one. I smoked it right away though. So I didn't really I did the same thing. But then I got an Ezra Zion fortune cookie. I got, they're making bacon, because of the name, right? The name is what I'm looking at. And I did get some kind of graham crackery kind of sweetness from the fortune cookie, but it just wasn't what I expected, and your mind plays so much into that, right? You're expecting the nostalgic taste that you get from a fortune cookie or from bacon. And when you don't get that taste, it's an automatic disappointment. And not to say that the cigar's bad, but you're automatically in your head saying, shit, this is not what I expected. Fuck this cigar, And so that's where I'm at as far as like overrated. Like, you're going to sit there and hype up this cigar that it's like the fucking, the best thing to slice bread, and you're going to send me scouring the fucking earth trying to find this fucking cigar. And then I'm going to smoke it and I'm not going to get what I think I'm going to get out of it. Fuck you.
You know what I say to that? Goddamn Democrats. Chris, let me see that ash. Where we at? Oh, yeah, man, that thing's getting up there.
There we go. We're back on track, right?
Yeah, he's got a little gangster lean on that thing.
Yeah, but you got to give credit to Brian from Bravado, though. He's a creative genius.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the marketing is fucking awesome, right? The getting that, when you see a brand that either takes you back to that, that mindset, or you start thinking about that, and just the marketing genius that goes behind that, I appreciate that completely coming from a marketing background. It's just mentally, I want a cigar that's going to give me those flavors. And granted, maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe my flavor palette isn't advanced enough to really taste what I really need to be tasting, or they're just taking cigars that they want to sell and just slapping fucking anything on it to get it sold. And I can't fault them for that, because I'm going to do the fucking same thing. I'm just not going to tell you you're going to get something good you know, when you're not going to get it.
Well,
So
like the
everybody,
Cookie Monster. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
everybody's on here saying Cigar Session says Christian's hate is strong. David Muhammad says, Christian, when you get to the death bucket, just do what I do and roll it in KFC skin.
Hey, whatever. I will do that. Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me.
Yeah.
Now in the Cookie Monster, I did get quite a bit of cookie dough and cocoa. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to put it in 65 and put it in Tubadors and
do this.
I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
like
I smoked that.
And maybe I
Cinnabon.
was hotboxing it, you know, because I don't, you know, I still take time, but you're gonna see that the burn when I take a puff. You know, I'm gonna take multiple puffs. I'm not taking my time in a sense the way Chris is doing it, to take the time, take a puff every 30 seconds and just do one puff.
Yeah.
But you know, and I'm, like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad cigar. I liked the Cookie Monster, but I didn't get the flavors that I expected to get from it. And you know, it was kind of just disappointing to me. I think it was overrated in a sense of like the amount of hype and the fact that I had to scour the fucking earth to find, you know, just 4 of them. You know, I was only able to buy 4, you know, so it's like, come on now.
Yeah, it's crazy. The hype on them are insane. I mean, I think when Cookie Monster, even when Brian had it in his store, I think that thing literally sold out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. And, you know, a lot of the stuff that he puts out there, which like I think Cookie Monster was from Lost and Found, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even the Cinnabon is too.
Lost.
You know, a lot of the notes that he puts in the paper, I get some of them, but I don't get them all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, every cigar does taste different to everybody. You know, to every
everybody has a different palate or whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's what Madam President just said. She said everybody's palate is different.
Yeah. You
but
know,
now I smoked that Ezra Zion s'mores. Have you smoked that one yet, Chris? No, you have it. I sent it to you.
I have it, but I haven't smoked it.
No, that's a fantastic fucking stick. Like when I smoked it, there was I could taste like I don't know if it was mental or what, but I could taste graham cracker in the cigar. And then there was a taste where I had like one puff where it was marshmallowy tasting. Now, like I said, it could be 100% mental that I'm like, oh, fucking s'mores, yeah. But it was a really, really good cigar. Now that was a Nomad, you know, Ezra Zion Nomad cigar, but I loved it. It was fantastic. Now I bought the chocolate milkshakes and got a little chocolate flavor off of it, but nothing like a milkshake.
I mean, I haven't tried every one of those Zara Zions, even though every time I get a text message on my phone, I'm like really quick to order them.
Yeah.
So I actually have the entire line of 2020.
Oh, really?
But I didn't smoke them all. And I think I've only tried, I think about 6 of them. And my favorite one was, what was it called? The buttery popcorn. And was it the Ninja Bread Man? Or,
Oh yeah, the
gingerbread. Yeah.
Yeah. Those 2 were really good for me.
Yeah.
So, but the rest of them I haven't tried. I've been meaning to, you know, keep smoking them and trying them, but you know, I get so many different ones now. It's like it's hard to keep up with.
You know,
half of the time I don't even remember what I have.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking
Chris,
of that,
how many cigars do you have? Is that what you're going to, Christian?
that's exactly where I was going to. Give us an estimated number, because I know you have to have a spreadsheet. You have to have some kind of, I bet you even have like a database, like website that's got to have everything in it.
I don't know the exact figure, but just in Cuban cigars alone, I probably have about 150, 160 boxes. And non-Cuban, I probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 15, 18,000 sticks. And that's
So
just
how
here at
many-
the shop. So
Now, how many cigars do you smoke a day?
depends how busy I get. If I'm fairly busy, I'll smoke one or two. If I'm bored and I'm not really doing much, like answering phones, doing paperwork and all that, I'll probably smoke a good 4 to 6. You know, so but it all really depends. Before COVID happened, I barely had enough time to smoke one a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. So you have
But-
all these cigars. You'll be like 9,000 years old by the time you get done smoking all these cigars.
Well, and that's the good thing of why I want to open up more cigar shops. So I get rid of a lot of it.
Yeah, no, that is a good thing. If you ever want to get rid of a lot of them,
Yeah.
So-
I know a shop that's going to be opening pretty soon in close by to you. You know that could
I know
use
a
some
guy-
inventory.
I know I can start a GoFundMe cigar page if need be.
But no,
That would
it's
be a fucking genius idea. We'll call it like Smoking Sticks GoFundMe page. You know, send me your cigars. You won't get nothing in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like David off an Opus X. That's all I smoke. So, yep.
But no,
All
I do
right.
get carried away sometimes with all these cigars, though.
Cigar Session said, my wife heard Chris and said, don't get any ideas. Never happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, maybe I'll start trying to chew the cigars and taste the food in it.
So another off the wall question. Chris, what's the last show you binge watched?
The last show I binge watched.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm still binge watching a certain show right now, which is the Stargate SG-1.
Uh-huh.
I like that sci-fi stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the one before that, I binge watched. What was it? Star Trek: Next Generation.
Hmm.
Christian, what about you?
Probably the last show that I binge watched, like, would probably be either Vikings, or I mean, there's a lot of shows that I've binge watched, but the last one I watched is Vikings. Probably the one
I'm binge watching that show right now.
yeah.
Like right now, season 4, episode 5. I watched that the other night. So 6 is the next on the queue tonight for when I go lay down. Because I get about an hour and a half of adult TV every night, like hour and a half to 2 hours. So I can binge watch about 2 shows after we get done watching fucking Power Rangers and Pokemon at our house.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm watching right now.
People want to know, what is the storage like for all of that, all your cigars?
I can't buy enough Winadors, man. It's I store everything in Tupperware with cedar trays in them, unless they come in cedar boxes, and I store them with the cedar box. So I actually vacuum seal a lot of cedar boxes in with the Boveda packs in them, or if not, they're in Tupperwares, and then I put them in Winadors.
So are you buying to save, or are you buying to eventually get around to smoking them? Or do you have like, these I'm going to let age for a certain amount of time, these I'm putting aside, this is my smoking humidor kind of thing? Or like, what is the reasoning behind? Because I mean, ultimately you're not going to be able to smoke fucking 20,000-30,000 cigars.
Well, I
But
don't know, because last year in 2020, I think I smoked a total of 1,500 cigars.
shit.
Holy fuck.
Well, if you look back at my Instagram page,
Yeah.
I think last year I didn't even post anything twice.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a good
Messed
problem to
up.
have.
Yeah.
Justina, if you're listening, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Peter has a problem solution for cigar sessions is keep the cigars, get rid of the wife. Simple. I'm a problem solver.
Anthony says that he said, "What did I miss? I had to take my second hot shower. They evidently got water back, so he's enjoying.
He's enjoying those showers.
Yeah, he said he was taking what we call in Alabama hoe baths, and what he was saying was a field shower.
Yeah,
basically
baby wipes.
Yep.
Now, Anthony, watch out how many showers you take because you're gonna go blind in there.
Yeah. So, Chris, what do you usually? I know me and you talked about it last night, but we'll talk about it for the guests watching. What do you usually pair your cigars with if you're drinking liquor?
I love to pair my cigars with either whiskey, scotch, or cognac. I would probably lean towards cognac more than anything else. And I have a weird drink that I like to smoke with cigars too, which is kind of weird. Gin and tonic during the summertime. You know what I'm saying? During the summertime, I could stay lit all day long, just drinking gin. You know, but it's mostly, I would have to say, the best pairing for me when it comes to alcohol would be cognac.
Why do you think that is? Is it because the cognac flavors hit good with the cigar, or it matches well with the cigar flavors, or just because you like cognac?
Both. I do like cognac, and I do find that when you drink a cognac with a cigar, it does bring out certain flavors you never would have tasted without it.
Mm-hmm.
But that could be the same thing with scotch and whiskey as well.
Whiskey,
yeah. So about you, Christian, what's your favorite with your liquor pairing?
Sweet tea is my drink of choice. I don't drink very much, right? Like, and when I do, it'll probably be like a tequila or some kind of mixed drink.
Mm-hmm.
But I started trying like the bourbons, whiskeys, scotches, kind of things like that. Especially since I got into smoking dram society. So I want to see like those flavor profiles or whatever, but that's another like taste I've got to start slowly, gradually getting into, because just alcohol in general, I've never really been like a big, since my 20s. My 20s, I was just like, it was like we were just doing it to get drunk, whatever could get us drunk. But now it's like, let's start tasting the flavors. Let's start, the barrel aging and stuff like that comes into play. And so it's kind of a new thing to kind of jump into. So I'm really, really like a rookie in that sense. So I really don't, I'm not the type of person that's like, I'm pulling a drink every night and kind of drinking it. Sweet tea has always really been my like go-to thing to drink. And then I kind of like that sweetness when I kind of take it to cigar in, because it just kind of mellows a lot of it out depending on how full it kind of gets.
Takes you back to your acid days.
No, I haven't. We were talking about this yesterday, or maybe this morning, that they had found. Chris had told me that they had found a cigars from the Aztec empire.
Aztecs.
So it was found in a cave, and in this cave in Mexico, the humidity had stayed at somewhere between 65 and 70 degrees, 70% humidity, and temperatures or whatever. So it was the perfect atmosphere for them to stay really well. And like the box went for like what, like $1.something million.
No, I think they auctioned off for like 500,000. I think sort of was,
or 500,000 or whatever. Can you imagine like smoking a cigar that was that old? Or even
give it a shot.
You know,
Yeah.
you like take a puff at it and you start fucking flashing back to like fucking conquistadors, like
Yeah.
trying to kill you or something.
Yeah.
Feel like an Indian sweatbox, man. Starting
Yeah.
hallucinating shit.
I'd
Like
go
Pete
for it. What about
Coyote
you,
and-
Chris?
Huh?
What about you, Chris? Would you try it?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Fuck yeah, I'd try that shit. So you get into some of that good old Indian shit where they, roll up. They got some reefer rolled up in that cigar too, a little peace pipe. That's what I'm talking about. We'll hit that thing. I'm go fail a drug test at work after that one. So Chris, you didn't try to reach out to the guy that bought those and be like, "Hey, dude, let me get one off of you. I'll trade you a box of Cubans for it."
There you go.
I can only imagine smoking that stuff, man.
Yeah.
If you get any sort of high, I swear, man, I probably get all high, get butt naked, and say Spaniards coming, start running them through the forest.
Start painting your face with like mud and shit. I go out in the woods and try to kill a boar with like a Bowie knife and a loincloth hanging in the tree.
Sitting in fucking jail, like, what are you in here for? Yeah, I smoked some Aztec shit.
I smoked an Aztec cigar and was trying to fucking scalp the sheriff. That's fucking awesome.
Human sacrifice
Yeah.
at the fucking dealership.
Yeah, I built a fucking pyramid in my backyard with rocks, and I was about to kill my kid and sacrifice him to the Aztec gods. Police didn't like that very much, so here I am.
Speaking about dealership, gee, here in San Antonio, one of the dealerships got 45 cars stolen during the blackout.
What?
Yeah. And they were like, well, didn't you have cameras? Well, yeah, we didn't have any electricity, so.
So not much we can fucking do about it.
Somebody fucking was smart on that part.
Yeah.
They were saying it was an inside job.
That probably had to be. Those cars are in Mexico. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Either that or stripped apart for the caddy converters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they're sitting in the back of Chris's shop.
Oh.
Hey, there's no proof of that, man.
Cigar Wayne says, I only drink if I'm with somebody or by myself.
So, Chris, I used to hear rumors when I was a kid that the reason why Cuban cigars were so sought after is because they had marijuana rolled in them. And so, like I was telling you, the first time my uncle was a dentist and he used to go do missionary dentistry work in South America, and he'd smuggle back Cuban cigars. And so when I was a little kid, he'd give me Cuban cigars when I was like Romeo and Juliet's and Monte Cristo. And I'm over there smoking the Cuban cigar, just puffing on it when he's watching. And when he turns around, I was like, like holding it in, trying to get high. The only thing I ever got was like a lot of chest pain from that.
Chest pain. Don't do that.
That's it. Coughing for about the next 6 weeks. So
all I got from that was emphysema.
Yeah. Chris, we got Austin Scott asking if you can do that type of ash with the Lancero cigar.
No, the Lancero. So the biggest ash I ever done on Lancero was 4.5 inches.
Mm.
And
I smoked the shit out of Lanceros, and I've never even thought to try one like
No,
that.
Lancero is like my nemesis. It's like,
is it really? It's
yeah.
like your kryptonite.
Yeah, I've been trying. I think this last month alone, I think I tried almost 8 Lanceros to see if I can get all the way down. And the furthest I got down was 4.5 inches, and that was it.
Christian, since I can't talk about the cigar, ask him if he's tried one of those cigars yet.
Have you smoked a Paul Stulak Red
they're
Screaming
awesome.
Sun?
Yeah, the Red Screaming Sun is awesome. So
I love that cigar.
yeah. Have you tried the 14?
No.
The what?
The Red Screaming Sun, his very first one, which is from 2014.
We smoked this 2012.
I got 2012 pre-production Paul Stulak Red Screaming Sun Lanceros from Hunter at Sir Louis. Found a box in his back room when he was cleaning out all the boxes that he had with 15 cigars, 2012 pre-productions left in it, and messaged me, asked me if I want. He said, I've just found 15. Would you be interested in some? And I said, yes. And he said, how many do you want? And I said, 15. So I bought all 15 of them from him. Yeah, I'll have to get your address and I'll shoot one of them to you and let you try that. It's a pretty good cigar.
Well, that's the one we smoked last show. Me and you had the 12s, and then I think Cigar Session smoked the 19 in 2019.
It was
But
18.
it's
Every other
amazing.
one I have.
2018, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
It was
it was an amazing cigar. I like it's box worthy in my opinion. So
Yeah, it was Paul Stulak cigar I had gotten. It was a test blend. I think it was a test blend or a future release or something. I forgot where I got it from. That cigar tasted exactly like a chocolate milkshake.
Which one is that?
I don't remember which one it was. It's back in my page somewhere, and not even Paul Stulak had commented on it.
It was like the yeah, I've gotten a couple of the test blends where it just says like blend 25, and I think I had, if I go back and look on my page, I think it was like blend 25 and blend 27. Now the ones that I smoked did not taste like a chocolate milkshake, but I would fucking love to give that bitch a shot. I tell you that, I would smoke the hell out of it.
Yeah, this one tasted almost an identical milkshake, like a chocolate milkshake.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Because I bought the damn Ezra Zion Nomad chocolate milkshakes for Justina. That was the first boutique cigars I ever bought, because she had just started smoking cigars and she liked the the whole Deadwood line. She still loves those, but she liked infused cigars and she loves chocolate milkshakes. So I saw them on Facebook back then. I didn't even have an Instagram page, and I saw somebody post them. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. And I saw somebody post them and I was like, oh, I got to get those. So I reached out to him. $70 is what these people charged me for a 5-pack.
Yeah.
And I bought them and surprised her with them. I was like, here, babe, look. And I let them sit for about 2 weeks and I gave her one and she got out and smoked about half of it. And she was like, I can't stand this. It doesn't taste like a milkshake at all. So I smoked the rest of it. And the other 4, they were fucking amazing cigars. It was a Maduro, but yeah, it didn't taste like a milkshake.
Yeah.
So Peter says, which kid would Chris most want to smoke a cigar with when they're older?
That's a hard call because my daughter is like the boss. So I don't know if anything, I would say out of all my kids, because I have 3 kids, I would say my daughter is almost 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
She would probably be the one that would be smoking cigars with me.
Yeah.
My youngest son, Benjamin, I think he just turned 2. I could see him doing it too. But my oldest, I don't think will.
I have a 5-year-old, and every time he comes into either my smoking area or I come in, he keeps saying, I love the smell of cigar smoke. I love the smell of cigar smoke. And so I think he might be my cigar smoker when he gets older.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids that say they love the smell of cigar smoke, but I think my 3-year-old, my daughter, Ting Ting is her name. She's just like yours. She's a boss. Like she basically tries to run the house the best she can, except for she has a mom that's about as big of a firecracker as she is. So she doesn't really let that happen too much. But yeah, I think she'd be the one that would smoke cigars with me.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, Nick, let's do another shout out to our sponsors. You go with Legion.
All righty. So we're giving a shout out to our sponsors, guys. Our sponsor I'm going to shout out to is Legion Concepts. This dude is absolutely amazing. He makes cigars. He's got a Lancero. He's got one he just came out with called the Magnus. He's got pre-sales going on right now. They are selling out like wildfire, going like hot pancakes. So check him out. Put in your pre-order for the Magnus cigars. He's got amazing little cigar stands that are like stone. They're in the shape of a skull. They're fantastic. He's got knife cutters. He's got acrylic humidors. He's got his own coffee blend that I'm really excited to try. We actually have a package coming to each one of us right now. And so probably next episode, I'll be drinking his coffee instead of Dr. Pepper on the show. So I cannot wait to try that. And his coffee is actually called like Lancero. He told us that the coffee beans are grown in the same valley as his tobacco. So they pair really, really well with his cigars. So I'm going to give both of them a shot and see how that turns out. But you guys go check him out. Follow him on Instagram, Legion Concepts, and then give him a shout. Let him know that you that you heard about him here on Super Stogie Bros. Give us a little plug. Let us know that, or let him know that we're doing our job as sponsees. So that's that one. So I'll hand it over to Christian for the other sponsor.
So we want to shout out to Big Ash Smoke Book. If you guys haven't gone out there and you checked out the bigashsmokebook.com or follow him on Instagram at the Big Ash Smoke Book, they've got probably the most comprehensive cigar journal you will ever find. Lace over there has really taken the time to break down the concept of journaling your cigars and taking that journey to really keep track of all the cigars that you've smoked, all the cigars that you like and don't like. These books are awesome. He does custom work. He'll put your logo on it. He's got custom logos they can put on it, and you can just get a basic book from him. They've got about 40 entries. They've got a middle page that gives you a ruler, the ring gauge, the gauges, what types of cigars that they have out there. It has a dictionary in the back. So if you're new to cigars and you want to hear people talking at the cigar lounge that are saying words that you really don't know, they're back here on the back of this book. It lets you break down everything from the draw to the price to the build to the flavor profiles, everything that you can possibly think of. It gives you sections for notes. It comes with a great pen that works perfect for this book and a piece of adhesive that is going to last you forever and allow you to adhere your bands to each page that you smoke. So it gives you a visual context to what cigars you like. You can go online, go to your brick and mortar, and you know exactly what cigar to buy next or to keep buying if you really liked it, or what not to buy when you don't like it.
That guy's he's really thought of everything, Christian, because he's got that conversation starters in the back too.
Yeah.
So it gives you, interesting facts about cigars and the cigar industry. So that's really cool too. I like that.
Gives you some of the top online cigar places to go and find cigars. And it breaks down brands for you to explore that maybe you haven't found yet or had a chance to try. But you need to go out there and check it out. It's at www.thebigashcigarsmokebook. And you can find him online on Instagram. Give him a follow. Go out there and check it out and check out his book. We'll have a Super Stogie's version, Super Stogie Bro version coming out really soon that you'll be able to get on his website. And you can follow along with us and catalog all the cigars that we're smoking. And yeah, keep out there and go out and check him out.
Chris, let's see that ash when you get done hitting it. That could be taken in so many different ways that I didn't think about before I said that.
Yeah, I love that Big Ash Smoke Book.
Yeah. So you're going to get him to do, man, that is getting down there, dude. You really need to get him to do, Lace, if you're still on here, you need to do a Cigar Nut 2019 Ash Master version of the Smoke Book where you have about 3 of his ashed out cigars on the cover of that bad boy.
Yeah.
Wait until Christian helps me with my logo.
Yeah, when his logo comes, we're gonna get his logo going. So we'll definitely put that.
Dude, you're getting Christian to do your logo?
Yeah.
You are not going wrong. I'll tell you what, that guy's got it going on.
So yeah,
he did my wife's logo for hers. I don't know if you got one, don't you, Chris? We sent you.
Yeah, you sent me 2 of them, 2 different ones.
Yeah, we got that one, and then she's got the holographic. Now she just got this new die cut holographic that just came in this past week, and then her patches are still on the way, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like we ordered them on January 7th, and they're still not here yet.
I also did the design for the Big Ash Smokebook's new logo, which you can find on our website. superstogiebros.com. Also did the logo for Texas Shine. You go out there and check him out at TX Shine on Instagram. He's got
did
some
the logos for Super Stogie Bros.
I did the logo for Super Stogie Bros. I did the logo for El Leon Cigar Company. Working on different other logos for some other people too. But also, I got to give a shout out to a couple of our other sponsors, the Hard Ash Cigar Society. If you're not following them, or if you haven't gotten a patch from them, you need to hit them up. You know, it's not a club, it's a society, it's a community. It's about people that want to smoke cigars, help each other, and really kind of collaborate together in a common interest.
We're all about building the community. So let's build the cigar community, help everybody else, because we love the cigar community. Christian's the same way. You know, we both agree heavily on that. That, you know, it's like a family. So you want to help your family and help raise them up. So that's what we want to do. You know, there's no dues, there's no fees, there's nothing like that. You know, you're a hard ash when you say you're a hard ash. We do sell swag. We do have stuff for sale. So if you want to know about it, hit me up on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. We have a Facebook page, a Facebook group. You can get on there and message me on Facebook group. You know, I told you about this, Christian, that I kind of gave up on Facebook because it was like the same three guys posting. I got on there the other day. There's like 187 followers. So that's pretty good. Nowhere close to the 35, coming up on 3,600 followers I got on Instagram. But the Facebook page is like, it just started growing. I was like, holy shit, look at this.
You want to shout out our other sponsor?
Yes. I want to give a shout out to Leon Cigars. So Leon Cigars right there. This is OG. Y'all don't have this. Y'all don't know nothing about this. This is the black on black murdered out Leon cigar badge. This is for ambassadors only. So me and Justin are ambassadors. Leon Cigars has everything you need. They have, if you do not have an Leon cigar nubber, of course, Chris, I don't know if you have one or not. You don't ever use nubbers. But if you do not have an Leon cigar nubber, you ain't got shit. You can go ahead and put that down on the books. Nick from Hard Ash said it. If you ain't got an Leon nubber, you ain't got shit. So they got nubbers. He's got cigar stands. He's got patches. He's got a whole ton of stickers. And I love stickers. So he's got a ton of stickers. He's got 8 different cigars dropping this year. So they're coming out soon. So keep an eye on that. He'll also be selling a bunch of different cigars on his website soon because he's licensed to be a cigar vendor. He's got a mobile cigar lounge. So if you're around Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, where all does it go, Christian?
Within 100 miles of Austin.
So within 100 miles of Austin, Texas, he is going to have a mobile cigar lounge. It is an old school bus he is converting over. The wrapping and the paint job on it is going to be bad ass. I tell you what, he's got 2 or 3 huge humidors. 3, isn't it?
3, yeah.
3 that are going in there. He's going to be carrying Blackbird. Yes.
Yeah.
Blackbird cigars. So if you guys haven't got those yet, I just now realized those. I don't know why the hell it took me that long, but those things are the bomb. And those Leon cigars are fire too. And I heard a rumor he is going to be carrying a hard ash cigar, 2 of them actually, in a Lancero and a Maduro. So I would definitely check those out and pick those up when they come out. But Christian, you want to go through all? I know you got Hobo Joe, you got Big Bad Bob. You got
the ones that are going to drop. The one that are going to drop this year, we're going to drop Knuckleheads are going to drop in May at Houston Cigar Week. We'll also drop the Shop, which will be a barber pole.
The best barber pole I've ever smoked. Let me go ahead and put that on there. The Shop is my favorite barber pole. I do not like barber poles. I smoked this one. It is utterly amazing. Take my word for it. Utterly amazing barber pole.
We'll drop that one also at Houston Cigar Week. We'll also drop 2 blends of the Pride. We'll have a Connecticut and a Maduro of the Pride that will drop, which will be our house cigar. You'll only be able to get it at our shop or on our online store. We'll also drop Hobo Joe in the fall, and we're going to do a limited run, limited edition Gray Skull in the summer. And also in the fall, we're going to drop another house cigar, one that Chris actually smoked today, called the Big Bad Bob, which is a 4 wrapper, a Connecticut Candela Habano and a Maduro wrapper. It's a 60 gauge, 60 by 6 inch, I think. Those will be going out this fall as well. So we've got quite a bit of cigars going to be dropping from our brand, but then we'll also be a retailer online and in our shop right here in Lockhart, Texas.
Nice.
All
Chris,
right,
that thing's looking pretty damn good, brother.
I'm about to try to hold it now.
We're going to turn it.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go.
Let's see if it holds.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
50 shot every time.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick. We'll blame it on Rick.
Well, I got
Cigar
the-
veteran.
Yep. I love it. Awesome. Please make sure to tag us in that so we can throw it up on our page.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I don't know what's happening. I went and tried to tag Cigar Nut on our page today, and it was doing like Lace says for my wife. It wasn't letting us pull him up or not. I think he blocked us.
No, well, we actually figured that out. I actually figured that out with him earlier this morning. If you have your Instagram set to a business and that person, whoever's trying to follow you, is not following you back, I think it grays you out and doesn't allow you to tag them. Through our Stogie brothers, we weren't allowed to tag Cigar Nut or Steve Saka. Because of those reasons. And I think Miss Hardash is the same way. I think it grays her out and doesn't allow us to tag her.
Yeah, but she follows Big Ash Smokebook, and Big Ash Smokebook follows her, and it still won't let him tag her. And
you might check this. Chris had to go in and change from a business back to a regular profile.
Page?
Yeah, and then I was able to tag him on our page. So I don't know. It was something weird going on, but I was able to tag him right before our show, and something we figured out. So I'm not sure, but that was just a problem we kind of came across.
Okay. So Smoking Dog Poppy said, no. Rick said, damn, Sensei. And David Muhammad said, Rick. So, yeah. Well, we want to do shameless plugs?
Yeah, let's do some shameless plugs.
Okay, so it's my turn this week with the patches. First patch we're going to shameless plug. Booyah.
Yeah.
The Hard Ash Cigar Society. That's mine. Second plug is going to be Elion Cigars. Those are two pretty good guys. I heard the first one's kind of a dickhead douchebag. So next one I'm going with is the so sexy Miss Hardash. Then I'm gonna go with my boy that we went and celebrated his birthday with, Clutch of Smoke. That guy right there is absolutely fantastic. If you guys do not follow him, get out, follow him. He's got some badass. You can see that some PVC patches. They're thick but flexible. They're really neat. He's got actually a bunch of them. He's got a red line, a blue line, and a green line patch that you can pick up to support first responders. My fam, Christian's fam, Smoke and Dram Society, Anthony, that's our people right there. Jamie, Rachel, everybody, Cigar Wayne, we love you guys. So Smoking Cigar Sessions, he was our guest last week. Steven, aka Sean. Y'all go follow and buy his patch.
Yeah, every dollar from the patch that he sells goes back to the National Alliance of Mental Illness. So if you go in there and you go buy a patch from him, you are helping a lot of people get help. So if you haven't gotten a patch from him, please go follow him. He's doing a 1,000 giveaway right now. So go check out his page and join his giveaway. and buy one of his patches. Please DM him and buy a patch. It's $8. $1 from each one goes to that organization. And this month, for the month of February, me and Nick and Justina are donating $100 each. Or Nick and Justina are doing $100, and I'm doing $100 to his February donation. You can buy the patch and also give him a little extra money for donation if you'd like. But please go out there and help these people. Help any way that you can possibly can. Follow his page. Let's build him up. Let's let him get a 2,000. Yeah. Let's get him up there.
So he's got some awesome prizes in his giveaway. So go join that movement. Let's get that thing rolling. So Pop Smoke Squad, got you right here. That's some good folks. We got the Cigar Crew, Mimo, Cigar Crew. He's got some great patches, some great stickers coming out. He's got some new stickers out too. So you guys get on there and support him. We got the Cigar Clowns. I just got their cigars. They actually had them on Pravada. I believe they're sold out now, but those are some great cigars. Thistle and Sticks. You guys go get up with them. Cigar Smokers Worldwide. Great group of people there. I got to give a shout out to my boy. If y'all didn't check it out, episode 66. He had a pretty badass guest on there this past week. Al and Melissa from The Good Cigar. Love those people, man. Those guys are fantastic.
Their podcast is available anywhere you can find podcasts. Just look up The Good Cigar. He's also on Amazon Music and everything like that. So go out there and check it out. Listen to them and give them the support that they need.
Yep. And if you listen to Al and Melissa carry on back and forth with each other, you will know what it's like in my household on a daily basis. Like me and Justina listened to that episode on the way back from Georgia, and I say on there about 3 times, I was like, you guys are a doppelganger couple. They are plugging each other, and they're giving each other hell back and forth, and it's amazing. I love it. So we got the Silverback Smoker Crew. That is a great group. This is the first patch I ever got out of any smoking group, the Silverback Smokers. We got another Cigar Clowns. So they got multiple patches. You guys get those guys. Got some badass smoke wear. I don't know if you guys have any of it, but Cigar Porn. Love those guys. Love their shirts. Love everything about them. Check those guys out. We got the Goat Cigar Club. And for the last one we got the Fat Ash Cigar Group. So go check those guys out too. So just a shameless plug, keep this rolling. We got Hard Ash stickers. We got the holographic American flag knuckles with Hard Ash on it. Like I showed you earlier, my wife has her holographic die cut sticker you can get. If you're interested in any of those, please hit us up on Instagram, DM us, and we'll let you know. Also, what you need to be looking out for, Miss Hard Ash has something coming out. Y'all check these badass cups out. Oh, ladies, look at this. It's got bullet holes in it. I know you can't see it, but it's got bullet holes in the cup. So Miss Hardash is going to be doing, she's going to be doing some raffles for these cups. And that was more of the tailored to guys cup. This one is a tailored to ladies. So Miss President, you need to look at this. Uh-oh. Look at that lady glass right here. It's got marble eyes, like hot pink, silver in the background. It is like a Yeti type cup. So it'll hold your drinks warm, cold, whatever for a really, really long time. So if you're not following Miss Hardash page, get on there. She's coming up with some really cool ideas on some raffles and stuff for those cups. She actually got 5 of them. So we'll have 5 different raffles. One of them looks like Christian's seen it. One of them actually looks like a shotgun shell. So it's pretty badass.
Very cool.
All of our cups come from Skyview Creations 256 on Instagram or Skyview Creations on Facebook. You can hit her up. She'll personalize any cup for you. Check them out. She's got some amazing stuff. So you guys please go check her out. And
so
my shameless plugs are done.
So I got a couple other clubs to shout out to. The Ashhole Cigar Club Worldwide, Texas chapter representing right here with me and Chris. We've got the Ohio chapter, the Australia chapter. Shout out to them. Just opened up. The New York chapter. Big shout out to them. Go get their coin. Is very cool if you're into the coins. I got to give a shout out to Glasses and Ashes Club. Check them out. They've got some cool patch. Cigar Smokers Worldwide. Their Glasses and Ashes. There we go. Cigar Smokers Worldwide. Shout out to them. The Ohio Cigar Mafia. Real shout out to them. They got some great guys up there, great people. Cigar Dojo from Colorado. Hit them up. They've got some cool stuff to get that you can purchase. They've got coins. They've got patches. They got shirts. All kinds of swag and stuff. So yeah, that's
I lied. Asheville Cigar Club, Ohio.
Yeah.
Asheville Cigar Club, Ohio. It's got some great guys on there too. So I got some good friends over there. They are fantastic. They're asking give a shout out to the Oklahoma chapter too. So Oklahoma chapter, we got you plugged in there too. So yep.
So yeah. So that pretty much wraps up like clubs and organizations that we support. Definitely go out there and subscribe to our page, our YouTube page, and our Instagram at Super Stogie Bros. Go check out our website at superstogiebros.com. We're going to put up some merchandise and some swag up there pretty soon with stickers, patches, maybe some shirts. Just keep your eye out for that. You can always watch us live every other Thursday. And then we will have a live video herf every Thursday that we're not live on the show. So if you want to be part of our herf on next Thursday, DM us, hit us up. We'll get you the link next Thursday, 7 p.m. We're going to set up a herf every other week that we're not on live.
So Chris, do you got any shameless plugs you'd love to throw out there?
You pretty much covered it.
Braun Road Automotive.
Yep.
Look them up. They got it. They got an Instagram page too. Check out all those cool cars and suspensions that they got up there. Follow. If you're not following Cigar Nut 2019, go do it. I don't know what you're doing.
Now.
Go do it. Follow Elion Cigar Company, Hard Ash Cigar Society. Go out there and support the club, support the community. That's what we're about. We want to push the community. We want to push the camaraderie of this cigar community and really get people out there to kind of know everybody. If you're a club that we didn't mention and you want to get mentioned or you want to get involved with us, shoot us a DM. Let's talk. Let's get it going. If you're a sponsor, if you have a product out there that you want to get pushed on here, hit us up. We'll send you our sponsor page, our sponsor brackets, and get you set up for that as well. Yeah, man, this is a great show. I really liked it.
Hey, I would like to give just a thank you. After the first episode, we had 14 subscribers. During the second episode, we got to 30 subscribers. And then I looked today, we're at 87 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys. Please go tell your friends about it if you enjoyed the show. If you're in a herf or something, just mention us. The more subscribers we get, the more sponsors we can get, the more cool shit we can give away, the more badass people like Chris we can get on our show. Thank you so much, Chris, for your time. It was absolutely fantastic to see you wizard up that ash. Was awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome, bro. I love it. Thank you for your wisdom, your knowledge. You will be on the herf with us next Thursday night, right?
Yeah, I'll get on. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you for the invite of the show. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Appreciate it.
man.
Yeah. So
Thank you for allowing us to be your first live show to be on. I think that's pretty awesome, man. I take it as a compliment to us, and I really appreciate that, brother.
yeah.
The first one I ever done. So
Yep.
Awesome. More to come. More to come.
Yep.
So yeah, big shout out. Thank you for coming on the show. And thanks for everybody for watching, for staying on and checking out Super Stogie Bros. I'm Christian.
And I'm Nick.
And
Yes.
we will see you next week. Next weekend, next
Thursday.
Nintendo! Woohoo! Yes, all right, let's go! Mario, Luigi.